I'm back and I'm holding a brown box. You know what that means. Okay, what do we have here but a box from Loved Again Media? Who is that? What are you doing, Maddie? Why isn't this from GameStop? Well, fret not. We have a GameStop unboxing in the works right now, and if you were to ask me, I think it's our best one yet. For good or bad reasons, I will not say. But today, we're going over to Amazon. Now, I got this video idea from my buddy Spawnwave. He posted a video called, I bought a mystery gaming box from Amazon. Here's what they sent me. So that'll be linked down below if you want to go ahead and check it out, because this is where I got the video idea from. But naturally, as someone who does gaming unboxings that never really turn out that well, from DK Oldies to GameStop, I had to see what this was all about. So he showed off what's called Loved Again Media. And the idea here is that this is a service that helps out the environment by keeping used media out of landfills and giving them a second life. What's more interesting is it's not necessarily a complete blind box, although they'll give you random games. You can select your system. For this, I selected PS2 and PS3. I got 10 games for $55. You're also able, upon checkout, to choose what games you don't want. So you'll see here what I selected, which is no accessory games, so I don't want any Connect, Move, dance boards, those types of games. No sports games. I didn't want any music games. So I should just be getting like core games here, like RPGs. I should be getting action games, shooting games. But in Spawnwave's video, despite checking all of this off, he got a ton of sports games. And that's where I thought, okay, I gotta check this out, because I love the cause, I love the idea, I love the selection here, and I think there is something fun to a good mystery box, but I also wanna make sure there isn't any scams or man juice. So that's what we're doing here today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. If you're into all these various gaming unboxings, or you just like watching a man waste a little bit of his money, this time not as much. I'm not blowing hundreds of dollars away. It's only, 55, but if you want to watch a man blow his money nonetheless, you're in the right place. Consider subscribing. Let's start off by ripping this box open here. Oh boy, you can see I've only been doing cardio at the gym lately. All right, let's pull this to the side. Hold on. Okay, now as usual, I don't look at the games within the box. I just pull them out one by one. We're gonna see if we get any cool complete box copies. This first one, not feeling really encouraging, but we've got Uncharted 2 Game of the Year edition here, and a little CD case. I guess not a bad start in the scheme of things here. Let's see the disc quality. We got some. That's not man juice, but that's, what would we call that? That's just like ash. That's just ash that I'm scraping off right now. But, all right, we're starting off with Uncharted 2 Game of the Year edition. Great video game. Love the opening segment with the train hanging off and all the snow. Very memorable stuff, but no complete box here, so hopefully, I didn't think this through. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. All right, this one does feel like a game case. We have here Black Ops 2. Okay, so we're not getting sports games, at least, which is good. Black Ops 2, campaign multiplayer zombies, and on the inside, oh, we do have the Nuketown slip. We do have the manual. Okay, we might be kind of winning here. I absolutely adore Black Ops 2, might I add. I just did a review for Modern Warfare 3 over on my Mr. Maddie channel that you can check out if you missed it. Just talking about the campaign and how disappointed I was in it, and I referenced Black Ops 2 as what I think to be one of the best campaigns in Call of Duty history. Like, there are some twists in there, there's some choice in there. I also really liked Black Ops Cold War, but yeah, just a shout out to Black Ops 2. If you ever have the chance to play the campaign for this and Black Ops 1, do so. Extremely worthwhile, in my opinion. So we've got 2 action games, 2 shooter games here. It looks like they've responded to the feedback well, because there were some reviews over on Amazon saying that people went, I checked off no sports games, and they gave me sports games anyway. So hopefully not jinxing it. So far, so good. Let's reach in here. Let's see what we've got. This is an interesting feeling one. It's sideways. That's what it is. And we've got, okay, I can get behind this one. Final Fantasy 13. Okay, we got the used sticker here. We can kind of scrape that off. I do have this already on Xbox 360 because of, with back compat, the visuals look incredible. We already made a video on Final Fantasy 13 here if you want some of my thoughts on it. I am a Final Fantasy 13 defender through and through, from music to some of the story elements, especially 13-2. I defend with all of my heart and soul, but 13 I do think gets a bad rap, and this feels pretty meaty where, oh my God, it's got the manual. I feel like I'm just getting everything I deserve after all that suffering from GameStop. You know, I thought for sure with my roll of the dice here, they even have the registration card. I thought for sure with my roll of the dice here, you know, I would get the sports games, but not bad. Final Fantasy 13 for PS3. So far, nothing super expensive. I wasn't expecting anything crazy like that, but not a bad haul so far. Hopefully not jinxing it. Let's reach it. Because here's the thing. I said PS2 and PS3. We have yet to pull out any PS2 games. So keep that in mind. And next here, we've got a PS4 game, Arkham Knight. Okay, well, this one we also recently covered on the channel, and I am a big defender of it. I know a lot of people have considered it a bad one up until Gotham Knights came out. Then everyone was like, no, it's always been good. Yeah, but this game rocks. And on the inside, we have the slips again. I'm very impressed by that. I mean, wow, look at this. All of the slips, look at that, and the manual. Okay, Loved Again Media, you're winning me over here. You're winning me over here. The quality of the disc I see is pretty good. I guess with Blu-ray to a degree that doesn't matter too much, but still worth checking just for the sake of checking. Let's check out the quality of the disc here on 13. I realized I didn't really look at that. Oh, they have the reverse cover right. I didn't even remember that, but yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. Okay, this is a great selection here. I'm really like not sure what to do with myself right now. Okay, I think this is another PS3 game. Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. We got the greatest hits, or add an S to it is how I usually roll, but this one definitely I think the most underwhelming game next to Uncharted, not only for greatest hits sake, but also like with the story so far being kind of the definitive thing you want for Kingdom Hearts now with the 60 FPS and the final mix and everything. I also have the Steelbook version for this because I bought the collector's edition with it. But I mean, another great pick here. This is an old GameStop copy, so it's funny that this is the only one so far that has yet to come with the manual. But this is still like, if I'm looking at this as someone who's building out their collection, or I'm looking at this as someone who's just trying to get physical copies for games that like I haven't had in a long while, so far these are great hits. Like, these are great hits to have. Like, Kingdom Hearts, can't go wrong with that, especially 2.5 HD Remix, which comes with Birth by Sleep, and Kingdom Hearts 2, which to me are some of the best the series has to offer, if not the best. So yeah, that's another great one to add to the pile. Still no PS2. The weird outlier here is a PS4 title, but it's a really good one at that. So let's see. I wonder if they're gonna give us a PS2 game. This feels gross. Okay, my hands literally, I think, can the camera show it? It's not really showing it. There's dust on my fingers right now, so I'm really curious what this is. This might be our first PS2 game. It is, and it's Cars. Yeah, this is the part I felt right here. See how it's all like, oh man, the residue's still there. Okay, so we got Cars from THQ, the masters of the tie-in video game here. I've actually never played this one before. Jump into the fast lane, burn rubber in over 30 mini games and races, make your friends, eat your dust in multiplayer mode, explore the open world of radio. This is an open world game? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? My best friend's son loves Cars, so maybe I'll give this one to him here. Yeah, look at that. Manual and all. What's the manual like here? Oh, they're promoting a new... There was a second Incredibles game? What happened? Like, I was so in on the THQ tie-in games. Where did I miss all this? Oh, and the manual is illustrated. See, now the fact that they're talking about like open world and whatnot, I'm very interested, because I think of Toy Story 3 as this eye-opening moment of like, wow, these tie-in games can be good. But that is our first PS2 game, Cars. So, I mean, complete in box, like, you can't really get me complaining if I'm getting PS2 games complete in box in 2023 from a random subscription service here. What else do we have? Let's see. Do they have any more PS2 games? This feels pretty wide. I think this is, yep. Crash Tag Team Racing. All right, not bad. Not bad. Combine and conquer, clashing, blasting, more than just racing. I've actually never played this game either. I think, is this the one that they remade on PS4? They remade a Crash Team Racing. This is Tag Team Racing. I don't know if there's a difference, but I've not played this one at all. I'm good friends with Chris Raygun, and I know he like went so hard to get the platinum trophy in a single week with this game. I think because he made a bet of some kind that he'd have to buy someone from his audience a PS5 that he gave his fingers blisters, and that kind of sweaty move turned me off from the game because I was worried for myself. Like, man, if he's gonna get blisters from this game, like how hard do you have to go to race? Anyway, let's see if it's complete in box, and it is. Although this part of the box looks like it's about to snap off. It kind of creaked a little bit upon me opening it. You can kind of see actually there's a little gap right here. So, all right, I'm okay. I don't know how people feel about this. I'm okay with a case coming in kind of whack because that's an easy replacement. Like, I bought Vagrant Story one time and that had a cracked jewel case, and so I just replaced that, and it's like a brand new copy that you can, if you were ever to resell it, it would go for more than what I paid for. The manual is here though. It's not got any illustrations or colors, but the fact that it's even here and they're promoting Twinsanity on the back, wow. Okay, so this is a really good box. It's so good in my opinion that for the money I paid, I'm gonna go on eBay and just add all of this up real quick just to give you a final value. We still have, let's see here, it's a 10 game box, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we still got 3 more to go, so there's still a chance for us to hit something even pretty big here. This is another PS2 game. We've got SOCOM 2 US Navy SEALs. Oh man, the nostalgia for this game here. Look at this. The only easy day was yesterday. Really cool line there. My dad and I used to play SOCOM. It was that and Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, because like anything that required tactics, I was a little kid, so my dad would help me figure out and walk me through. I remember like even when he was on the phone with like clients and stuff, like he would kind of be like pointing me like, go there. Like it was so fun, man. So good memories with this series. I would love to do a big SOCOM retrospective. Hopefully PlayStation brings it back at some point. I actually fell off some of the later releases on PS3, but on PSP and PS2, loved these games. So here on the inside, oh, no manual for SOCOM 2. Dang, man. That's like the one I would have liked to have the manual for. But that's, crazy that SOCOM's even in this box. Not the most expensive PS2 game. If I were a betting man, I'd say like Cars or Crash may have been the most expensive gets here, but I'm not sure, because so far we're getting games that I don't have in my collection either. The reason you may be wondering, I should have said this at the top, why I'm going with PS2 and PS3 is those alongside Xbox 360 are the main ones I collect for. Like my PS2 collection is definitely my biggest part of my collection. It's because like I always grew up with the PS2, and then the original Xbox was more the home for the weirder games. And so I have a lot of nostalgia for those. So like I'm more partial to my original Xbox collection because I've shown it off on the channel before, like very much a lot of gems there. And it's why out of like the original 3 with Xbox, PlayStation, and GameCube, I prefer the original Xbox the most, but still got a couple more here. What do we have next? But, oh my God, I hate this game so much. Well, you know what? No, I did play it on console. I was gonna say, did I play it on PSP? After going from American Wasteland to Project 8, and I remember I rented this game on a Friday night. That was sometimes my mom would treat me to a little Blockbuster rental. I remember I was on like a huge Tony Hawk kick. I was going from Pro Skater 4, which is one of my favorites of all time, to Underground 2. I was playing a ton of American Wasteland. That's also one of my favorites ever. And then the new Tony Hawk game was out, Project 8. And I beat it in like a couple of hours. It didn't feel good. The open world environments from American Wasteland and the sense of building your own skate park was gone. This game disgusted me so much. Skate how you want to skate, nail the trick, unparalleled freedom. Yeah. This one should be complete though. Yeah, it felt pretty complete here. We got another box here that's starting to tear. You can see, you pay attention when you're collecting games, just look for that whitening here on the inside edge, because that means it's a couple folds like this, or a tear or a pull in a funny way, which you never know from just breaking. And if you see that, it might be just worth the replacement. Manuals here though, it's all black and white, but stickers everywhere, very much weathered here at the bottom. That's one complaint I guess I would have about some of these games that I've got so far, especially in the PS2 section, is they're coming in a little not taken care of. Like if you look here at Crash Team Racing, you'll see here it's a little beat up, but that's a little tougher to replace because it's the inside, it's the case with the art. But we have one more game left. Let's see here. Oh no, we have two. Sorry, hold on. We have Shrek 2. Oh man, one of the GOATs. Oh, greatest hits, unfortunately, but this game rules, dude. I love Shrek 2. There was this DreamWorks kart racing game that just came out. We were toying with the idea of doing like a big Shrek video game retrospective. I was like, let's hold off. Let's see if there's another time we can do that. Shrek 2, though, I mean, if you look at that series of video games, I don't remember much about Shrek 3, but Shrek 1 on the original Xbox, nightmare fuel through and through. Then there was Shrek 2, which was legitimately one of the best tie-in games ever. If you have not played Shrek 2, like seriously, go get some friends, fire it up on the CRT, play together. You will be surprised how good this game is. The back of the box says the adventure continues with all new characters and far out locations never seen before. You play as a team of 4, switch between Shrek and 9 of his pals with their own powers. There are mini games, mini quests, and you can interact with new characters and locations. Just, it is such a cool game, and this feels, yep, it is complete in box. Unfortunate it's greatest hits, but you know what? Shrek 2 is phenomenal. I'll take that all day, every day. All right, so that is, unless I'm not good at counting, I believe that's 10, but it felt like there was one more here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 here at the top. So maybe it was just a bonus game, because there is another box in here. Let's see. What are we ending this pretty decent unboxing on? It is, oh, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. Wow. I think I played this on a demo disc at one point. I had this in my collection, and then I donated it to a thrift store because I just wasn't going to play it. It's one of those games that you pick up a local shop or like a gaming convention. It's really cheap. Like I think I got it for $3. And I thought I would play it one of these days, and I realized like it's just taking up shelf space. Where that's one thing I'm trying to do is slim down my collection in the right ways, not be too gung ho of getting rid of everything. Like I do take in a lot for Retro Rebound, so I like to give as much away as I can, both valuable and, to me, honestly, sometimes not super valuable. And so I remember this is one I gave to a thrift store, and so it looks like they may be getting another copy of Dave Mirra free. They're like, how many copies does this guy have? This feels complete. Oh, the disc fell out. All right. Let's see here. Wow, the bottom blue disc here. You love to see that. Oh, it's even got the sticker on it because it's from Hollywood Video. That's really cool to see here. A little bit of nostalgia packed in there. It's got the full manual, though. Really awesome. What are they promoting on the back? Extreme Racing. Okay. So, definitely the least expensive game in the pile, but that leaves us with 11 games for a total of $50, and I'm not gonna lie, we made out really well here. So looking at the list here, Uncharted 2 was $5, Black Ops 2 was $13, Final Fantasy 13 was $10, Arkham Knight was $8, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Greatest Hits without any of the manual or inserts was around $8, Cars was $6, SOCOM 2 was $4, Crash Tag Team Racing was $14, our most expensive game in the batch, Project 8 was $5, Shrek 2 was $7, and Dave Mirra was coming in at a surprising $10, which really caught me off guard. Now, what I did was I went on eBay, I filtered it by the completed listings and sold listings. I made sure these are ones that were purchased, not just listings that had ended because no one had bought them. And then I kind of did the medium of all of them together. And so it came out to a total of $87 in video game value, which is really great when I paid around $55 for this random box here. And we got a good mix of PS2 and PS3. So I know some people like to treat themselves to the occasional mystery box. They do get you on the hook for a, quote, subscription service, so keep in mind that if you do one, they're going to try to get you again next month. But right now, when I look at it, like, this is just one box. If this does well and you want to see it again, we'll try again. But this was a really good run. I gotta say, like, this is a pretty good stack. If you look here again at everything we got, nothing in the terms of major bangers, but if you're trying to start out on building a collection and maybe you're trying to just feel out things, see what you get, and you don't know which way to go and you're limited on resources, I would just typically say go a la carte, buy something small, build up yourself, pick out one of your favorite childhood games. But if you wanted to have a little fun with it, this right now, from this one interpretation I have, it actually wasn't a bad option at all, especially because for me, as someone who has a pretty big collection, getting stuff I didn't have was not something I expected. And I know it's been hit or miss. Some people have, like, you look at Spawnway's video, you'll see he had a completely different experience from me. So it is hit or miss. Keep that in mind. As always, I tell you, just go get the games you want to get if you're limited on money. But this is a fun way to do so. And I have to say, it feels good to come out on the winning side of things here. Most of these complete in box, I was pleased to see that. Most of these in pretty good condition. Some box arts a little more weathered than others. But for me, the games that I do own, like Arkham Knight, I'm going to take all of these inserts that came with this and throw it in my copy. Like, that's a big win in my book as someone who's a pretty big collector. But still, I was very pleased by what I got here, and I'm curious what you think about Loved Again Media. Should I do this again? Should I stick with GameStop? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next Retro Rebound. Peace out.